Wrap it up.
I don't get why I'm tripping, a self-inflicted addiction. Once I come to admit it, I turn myself to a victim. If I could just learn to quit it, just kick it, lick it, forget it. Once the conflict is risen, you're lighting up in the instant.
Hey fam, welcome back to yet another amazing installment of I'm Telling You.
I'm telling you.
No, I was telling you. You just it felt like more of a question. Honestly, I don't know why you're quite. We've been here for 30 plus years. Why is there a question? I mean, of that nature. I mean, there should be other questions. Is really what I'm saying. But hey, I'm Philly D,
Mr. Gemini.
Clickety clack, a fact check, Miss JD.
Yeah, and hey, if this is your first time ever checking us out, this is literally what we do. This is a 30-year plus friendship of me and this jackass over here, just tearing it up. We literally will talk anything and everything with anybody as long as it's open, honest, accepting, and hilarious. Plus, we love throwing in our dad jokes and our movie quotes, and we're pretty good on all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of what we do here. So
Truth.
yeah, as well as, hey, you know what? If you like seeing things like this,
Or this.
or maybe a little bit of, you're in the right place. This is your home. You are welcome, and we appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's also what we do. As well as, we even get guests in the house, which, tonight, definitely not no different because, we love talking to our people, especially we've had some really dope Midwest cats on from the 308 area, and we got another one. Another one. Yeah, no, DJ Khaled is not here. It's just us, so it's cool. But yeah, bro, if you wanna say what's up to the people, go ahead, man.
What's up, y'all? Young Slugga. If you missed the green room, man, you better just go check that out. That's where all my info is going to be at. So I ain't even about to sit here and waste time giving you another run through. So
I fucking love that, bro. Hell yeah, man. We don't waste any time doing tangents or movie jokes or anything else. So, or pouring perfect fucking beers. Look at that shit.
Let's see what he does. Let's see. Come on.
Well, what he usually does is spill that shit everywhere. He pops it and it just sprays.
He's going to redeem himself from the first one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, he is definitely. Oh, see,
it's gonna go over.
Up. You called it.
It wouldn't be me.
Wow, dude, that is. I mean, somebody's.
I'm really sorry.
With all that head, I'm gonna say somebody's got to pay his bills apparently. So that's what that is. Wait, I'm just gonna. Oh, typical dude. You see that shit? He's just wiping it with his fucking shirt over here. Fuck's your problem, bro?
Oh, my wife's not watching.
I'm gonna make sure she sees this.
Or my mom.
Oh,
I love your mom.
Yeah, his mother's a lovely lady. She really is. All of our moms are, honestly. We got great moms.
Dare say nothing else.
Not about your mother. I just kind of afraid of her. I'll be honest. Lovely lady, though.
Well, you should be.
All of us should be. Yeah.
Well, your mom. Also a lovely lady.
That's what I thought you said.
And I was trying to literally pull a quote out there, but I couldn't remember what he even fucking said in the movie. So
oh god, Mrs. Oh god.
No, I was thinking the one with what's his name? Is it Vince
Vaughn from Ron Burgundy Anchorman.
He's like something is a good lady.
Yeah, Mrs. God, see now that I had that same picture in my head, but yeah,
I couldn't think of it.
I can't think of her last name right now. It's Mrs. Something or other is a fine lady. I'll have you. Yeah. He's like, I was going to take her out to a steak dinner and not call her the next day. Mrs. Mantooth is a saint. I'll have you know. Yeah, there you go. Hey, I did it. It just took a second to come back.
Mantooth.
Wow, that escalated quick. Yeah, it did. Yeah, when Brock maced or Brock took a guy's arm off or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Dude, Steve Carell gets me, man. He really does. I don't give a shit if he's like a serious role or fake
kill
role.
A guy. No, seriously, you better lay low.
Yeah. That's what it was.
You might want to get out of town.
Maybe change your name.
Oh my god.
Get a burner.
I mean, if you don't already, I'm so redacted. I didn't say that. There's no. You should always report all of your information to the appropriate authorities. Just so
we should have a redacted stamp that comes out every time
I'll
we
talk
use
to
it.
Will about that shit. Just saying, he can put the black bar over Yeah, man.
Oh
Yeah, our new editor, man. We just gave him his first episode, so we're gonna see what he's doing with it. But just in the notes and the back and forth and stuff, we're like, yo, motherfucker's about to bring some shit. Like,
Obi-Wan, like pop
Don't
up
you
in the
love that, man?
These are not the droids you're looking for.
yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, what's
don't
that?
you love that when you finally get somebody that sees your same vision, and you just get on that energy, same wavelength, and y'all just it's magical what shit can happen, man. I love working with new people, especially when they are so motivated and
Hell yeah, man. I mean, that's
actually
pretty much what. Well, as I say, that's what these two are. Because I mean, it was me talking him into this shit, and we did it for probably a good 6 or 7 months. And even early on, we knew that we needed a third person to kind of keep us, keep our shit together, corral us.
Yeah.
And then, it just turned out that, Miss JD pops in. She's like, hey, I'll be your fact checker. We're like, fuck it, yeah, let's try it out.
So how exactly did she come into play? Like, did you guys know each other prior? Were you guys longtime friends or?
So that's long story short is him and I have known each other for 30 years. These two have known each other for probably longer for specific reasons.
30, 39.
Yeah, but because of that, she was one of our first time listeners basically. And just, I got to a point where she's like, you keep asking for a fact checker. I could help you out with that. And we're like, well, fuck yeah, why not?
Well, they kept saying on the podcast, like, oh, if you need a fact checker, just email us your resume saying, I can fact check or I can look shit up. So whatever the phrase they used was, I literally emailed them, like, and it kind of started out as a joke because I was like, And then I emailed them and I was like, I can look shit up. And then it was like whatever they said. And they were like, are you serious? I'm like,
I'm totally honest.
This
is my therapy group. This is my group therapy right here.
I was being a smart ass, but now, I could do it.
Yeah, I think one of our phrases was like, I know how to Google. And it's like, well, they sent us an email and they said they can Google. I think we're good. Let's try this out.
Well, it seems like it definitely worked. So far, the energy y'all putting off is really good. Definitely really calm, peaceful. You know what I mean? Like very inviting. So yeah, y'all definitely are onto something with this, man.
Yeah, I think our big thing is we're all just really big nerds that are just like, fuck it. I got so much shit going on. It's just like, man, I'm
just curious about so much because I don't think we've been told the truth in general about a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
Only 1%.
You can't handle the truth.
And it's like, it's getting to the day where like now hearing that from a stranger is not so weird because it's not so weird because I don't know. I mean, shit's kind of upside down.
Dude,
in a lot of ways. Like, and I don't really want to get into it.
Fuck it, dude. What are we here for?
Therapy.
Come on. Then let it out, bro. If you speak your piece, you will know peace. And that's PIECE and PEAC.
But I have to, speak.
Two different pieces.
PEACE.
It's not Reese's Pieces.
No.
It's not RESPECT.
But it is. I before you accept
the spelling and the no.
Do you? No, JD doesn't get paid to pronounce shit. I think you know how to spell, bro. Come on, you're better than this.
I'm talking about you.
Wait, what did I do?
What?
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 What are we making fun of me for? What did I do? God, it's so mean.
Oh my god.
But yo, bro, when we were in the green room, you brought up some shit about 369, and we were talking about like affirmations and all that good stuff, as well as like pre-conversation. We had popped in on some like pyramid, alien, blah blah blah, or whatever. So like, let me ask you this: what's like one of your most, as anybody would see from outside of you, like what's one of your most outside perspectives that it's just like, yo, this shit's for real, and I fucking know it. Like, what's some shit that you get into that's like crazy that like most people look at you and be like, oh my God, is he on this again?
The Illuminati. The Illuminati, man. They run the world, man, and people really just don't understand how deep that shit gets, man.
The Illuminati.
Well, I mean, people will call that Blackstone because so before they would say the Illuminati was like, 13 individuals. Part of that was like fucking Oprah Winfrey was in there.
It was 13. Originally, it's 13 families. It's 13 bloodlines. and it's like the Rockefellers, Rochesters, the big names that you know of, but you don't know of, And Blackstone is a company that is founded to help with that, and they basically have their hand in everything, man. They run the world, man, and people don't really realize. It's crazy you even brought them up. A lot of people don't know that when that submarine went down, they actually announced Blackstone that they were going to take I believe it was like 80 billion from our tax pay, and they were going to use that to build back Ukraine, and then they'll get 190 billion back for it, and they're not going to give none of that back to the taxpayers, obviously,
Well, of course.
But they
no interest loan, right? Of course. Who doesn't do that for friends?
Oh yeah, it's always for our best interest, But
did you guys check out the Dolores Cannon stuff at all?
I honestly did not get a chance to do any research this week, unfortunately.
Because that's some far out stuff too that I want to get a chance to talk about at some point.
I have not even heard about that yet. Put me on game. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So this was years ago. Like I think she died in like 2012 or something. She died a while back. I have to look it up, or you could look it up for me.
Dude, we've had a fact checker for over 2 years. He's like, well, and he's like, oh fuck, I got a fact checker.
That's right.
Who was it again you're talking about?
Dolores Cannon.
Huh. I guess I've never heard that name.
She started getting interested in like hypnotherapy.
Mm-hmm.
And then that led into like regression therapy. So like
past life regression.
Well, no, it started out as just going back to childhood, because everybody in the profession, when she started, they were like, don't go past that. Like everybody was like, no, that's a big no. Don't go past that.
I mean,
and I think
I feel like you should.
I think the thing was it scared people away, because they're like, there's no way this is true. Like, and they started, that's my only guess. But she was the first one. She kind of like
started the whole thing. She's the OG.
The minute she started dipping into that, it was almost by accident. And then she starts going into this whole other life, because basically what she was trying to do is, like, if you have an unexplainable fear of fire and there's nothing that you remember, like, we regress you. And
you're talking about that old. She's an older lady, right?
She passed away in 2014, but she was born in the 30s. So
I know
she definitely lived a long life.
And she's got like the goofy hair.
She preached about how we were moving into a different dimension and the world was shifting. And if you didn't change your energies, you would stay with the old world, or you would go into the new one. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I literally never knew that was her name. I know exactly who you are now.
It says she's recognized as the pioneer in the field of past life regression, but she was a hypnotherapist who specialized in recovery and catalog of lost knowledge.
Nice. Well, honestly, that's something that we've really been tapping into conversation wise lately with us is like Mandela effect and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Where there's people that want to say that, CERN, the Hadron Collider and stuff has caused these things to happen. And my expression to that was like, well, yeah, in that world, if that's what you believe, then that's what happened in that world. However, in my world, I believe that it's because we live there's, literally the multiverse, where it's just everything is all stacked on top of each other. It's just whether or not you're within that frequency that you can perceive this information. So, all of them are correct, but none of them are wrong.
Some people think by messing with what they're messing with that they could literally rip a hole between one dimension and another.
But I believe that just by meditating, you could do that. So of course we could do it.
That's in a controlled environment in a way, because it's
also
for natural means. This is we're talking about like ripping a hole in actual time space and allowing something else to come in.
I did that last night, bro. It was awesome.
Speaking of space.
Oh my God.
She happened to be active in investigations of UFO and crop circles for at least 27 years.
Well, she's not active. She was active.
I said.
What I had said was, I don't know. You don't get paid to pronounce stuff, and I don't really understand you all that much. Sorry. It's my fault.
What is he saying? I don't even know.
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
understand the words?
Nobody understands the words.
You
But
shut
bro,
your mouth when you're talking to me.
yes. Oh, this is my fucking guy right here, bro. I say that shit to him all the fucking time. Hell yeah. Well,
Dude,
so yeah,
the look on their face when she says that is fucking priceless.
I don't know what. I don't what.
What the
I
fuck
get
she
that.
just say?
Yeah, but like
Yeah, that's right.
did
Pop
that
another
fucking
pill.
happen?
Go comatose for me, baby.
Oh fuck yeah, man! Dwight Yoakam. He is he's a great musician, but yeah, his acting and comedic delivery and timing is fucking hilarious. Hell yeah, dude! Oh yeah,
But,
fuck, that's such a good movie.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you too on that Mandela effect and the frequencies. And there's this guy I follow on TikTok, man. I don't know how he's doing it, if it's something he's doing with editing, but he has this old ass, I think it's a BlackBerry, and he goes to things where people say like Richard Simmons. Remember how people say he had a sweatband, but you
He never
can't
had a sweatband.
videos where he's wearing a sweatband.
No, he
So
only wore a sweatband like once or twice or some shit.
Right? But supposedly you can't find a video where he's wearing one. And the guy, so what he does on the videos is he'll take his phone and then he flashes it across whatever you're telling him to. And then supposedly it shows you the Mandela effect. It shows you what it really is, like the Bernstein Bears. He does it on the book and it shows how it was spelled back in the day. And then
That's got to be editing.
It's crazy how he does it, because when he does it,
Yeah.
he'll take his hand and he'll go like that over the bottles, and it's in real time, perfect hand movement. Like, I've watched it. I'm like, how the fuck is this guy doing it? Because I'm like, it's
Editing,
Definitely got to be editing because
like, man,
BlackBerry
yeah.
doesn't have that technology.
yeah, no, for sure it doesn't. But I'm saying like,
Yeah.
no, obviously it doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. The Mandela effect, it does. There's so many people out there that believe in it that they go to those extremes. You know what I'm saying?
So, and that's the thing is like, all right, so the Mandela effect, which is why I love it's called Mandela effect, is they use it as the point where, so Mandela, when he was in prison, was in some timelines they're saying he was stated as he died in prison, and it's like, well, so yeah, I remember when I was growing up and this was happening, there was a small amount of media that put out Mandela died, so that shit really happened, but he didn't fucking die. That was just the media reporting false information. So then people took it as like, oh, it must be a alternate memory, and it became known as the Mandela effect from that. And it's not even a Mandela effect. That shit really did happen.
Yep. Yeah, they just got false information.
Although we discovered the new one that they were talking about, where they said fucking Sinbad the comic was never a fucking genie, and it's like bullshit. I remember him wearing the fucking vest and the big poofy hat and shit.
Oh, I
don't know
pulled
if
up those for you.
No, they're saying, yeah, it wasn't Sinbad. They're saying it was the Shaquille O'Neal movie.
Yeah, dude, that was
Shazam.
So Shazam or Shaquille did a movie. That's why I'm like, I know Sinbad dressed in this fashion. I don't know if it was for a movie, but I remember sure as shit, like early 90s or late 80s.
There was a movie. There was a movie where Sinbad was dressed like that. And I think it was like only for a portion of the movie.
Correct.
People are trying to say that that's the movie that Shaquille was in. And
that's
it's
what
like,
I'm saying.
no, you just gotta, you gotta search it. You gotta just find it. But that's the shitty thing about Google, is you can prove any point that you want with Google. You can get on there and you can say, you can find that coffee's bad for you, but then you can also prove that it's good for you. Like, there's just so much information. It's just you have to dig and dig and dig to find the correct shit.
But it still ends arguments. No, I found it on the internet.
Yep.
It's true. Right?
Yep. That's everybody's argument, is when you're arguing with somebody, the first thing they like to say is, I'll Google that shit.
Well, it's Kazam with Shaq and Shazam with Sinbad.
Yep.
Oh, is that the Mandela effect twist, or is that like literal?
No, I'm pretty sure that was like literally how the movie went, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure it wasn't like, I gotta. Sometimes she just says stuff, and it's just like, wait, is that an opinion, or did we
I'm
just?
looking at the photos right now.
But that doesn't mean I know this. That's what you're doing. I'm over here. I can't see what you're doing.
I thought she was gonna say, "I'm looking at the."
Mother, I swear.
Mhm.
You know, we don't like swearing here, and that's just really childish.
I'm looking at the photos now.
So what's one thing though that how you asked me about it? What's one thing for you that you
That people look at me like I'm crazy. I mean, honestly, I would say recently, I actually had my first memory of an encounter with an unknown object,
really?
and we talked about it pretty extensively because I mean this was
I'd
going
never
back a
seen
couple
it.
of months, but yeah, no, we had just recorded. He took off home, and my big thing is like, I mean, again, I live down on the fucking river, right?
Yeah,
I get great views here, and I'm just like standing standing outside, and just like, oh, look at this! Oh, the fucking sky's so nice, and I see this object off, far in the distance that has like a weird color and blinkiness to it, and I'm just kind of like, is that a planet? Is that a star? It definitely wasn't a plane. I'm just like, and I'm mentally speaking to this object, like, bro, if you're one of them Johns, go ahead, just whoop, like, let me see that shit. And then all of a sudden, off to the fucking, side of me, this thing just like starts flying. And I'm just like, wait, what the fuck? And I start talking to this thing as, because I'm trying to like decipher whether or not I'm just like, because I get like planes and shit that fly all around me. Because while I'm in the middle of nowhere, I got, 4 major international airports within, fucking an hour, if that. So I get a lot of air traffic, not like, a ton where it's like ridiculous noise that it doesn't bug me or whatever, but there's just always a fucking plane. In
yeah, there's your fair amount.
Yeah. And so this thing does this maneuver, goes through its whole spiel, whatever. And just as I'm trying to decipher this, I'm literally asking myself, I'm just like, yeah, cause you're a plane, right? Cause yeah, why don't you have any blinky lights? Wait, where's your, why don't you have any wings? Where's your fucking tail? Where did you just go? Like, as I start questioning this shit, it literally like does a side view and then just fucking disappears. Like, and I don't mean like poof, like it just, what I had asked the original object to do for me. And I'm just like,
yeah.
As if it stopped vibrating at that frequency and became transparent and no longer like opaque.
Pretty much.
Interesting.
Yeah, so to me, that's why I instantly look back at this fucking thing in the sky that's doing the whole blinky thing, which I'm assuming is either a planet or a star at this point. I didn't really, I was so perplexed by this that, originally I was like in the middle of it. I was like, I'm going to look on my phone, is there any moons or stars or can I, and just like looking for something. And before I can even pull my phone out, this thing fucking does its thing. So as soon as that happens, I look right back at that object and I was like, bro, if I do that shit again, make this shit fucking happen. And I stood there for like 10 or 15 minutes. And at that point, nothing had happened. So I fucking hit him. I was like, bro, I just saw some shit. And he's like, really? And I was like, bro, I'm not fucking around. Like, I just saw some shit. So yeah, I would
for real thought you were fucking around for like the first 10
say
minutes.
that in the microphone. So
I for real thought you were fucking around for the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put it on the group chat and I thought you were fucking around too. And I was like, wait, what?
I mean, that's what really? I'm kind of funny sometimes.
I was like, you saw what? Okay.
Yeah, ha ha ha. Yeah, no. It was fucking, that happened, bro. But yeah, I mean, so I would say because the component to that is I have always been, going back to, again, the Mandela effect of multiverse and whether or not you perceive those frequencies and things of that nature. I very much live in the world where there is most certainly something bigger and better than what we are. I mean, everything in this world dictates that no matter who you are, how big you are, how awesome you think you are, there's always something that's bigger, better, stronger, faster, whatever, there's always something that's meaner than you could ever be. There's always something more. So that I'm just like, dude, I feel like, doesn't mean it's true, but I feel like if that exists, whether you want to call it orbs or ghosts or, it doesn't matter what the definition is, there is definitely something that exists on this plane with us that most of us cannot see, even though our bodies are built to accept it. Our mentality or, our habits won't let us. And, whether you want to call that aliens or transdimensional beings or, I don't give a shit what the definition is, but there's some shit that's going on that none of us can fucking see.
Dolores says all this stuff about the earth being like, it's a playground, but it's a testing ground.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
the school refers to it a lot as that, and she's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Keep coming
she
back
was the
and
one.
right.
She was one of the first people, I think, probably at one point talking about NPCs before that became a thing. Remember
Yep.
how I was saying stuff about the NPCs, like
Yep.
they seem like normal people and they appear and then they'll disappear. And like, okay, where did that come? So I've never personally experienced anything like that, but like she talks about that a lot of other entities are trying to enter into this fray, even if nothing else, just to watch, because this is momentous for them. This is a huge thing, because what we're going through, if you want to call it the simulation that we're going through, is difficult.
Sorry, I love the term simulation.
It's meant to be a trial.
So as you were saying that, you know what it made me think of?
And this is that thing we've talked about before, where she's a firm believer that we choose where we want to go the next time and how we want to play things out and what lessons we have to learn from our last.
So as you were saying that, the image I got in my my movie screen was Men in Black 3. You get the one dude where he sees all of the timelines and he has all knowledge of those timelines. And he's aware of all those individual little itty bitty pieces. The dude that's always wearing like the 3 fucking jackets, and he's got the hat on, and when he pulls the hat off, he's got the gift inside of his head and shit. Yeah. That fucking guy.
Right.
But he's just like, oh yeah, no, this is about to happen. He's like, oh wait, unless it's the timeline and he could literally see all of those different timelines, and he could dip in and out of those. To me, the whole UFO, UAP, ETs, whatever you want to call it, all that shit is here, and it's all here on the same exact plane. It's just whether or not you're, within that frequency.
What happens if you can man make a frequency that causes your connection to time space to be fluid?
That'd be dope.
Right? So maybe that's what's happening. Maybe there's a frequency that has to be maintained.
Oh God, JD just had epiphany, I think. What is your
No, so 2 things. So that comment right there just made me think. So I was watching one of the episodes of Skinwalker Ranch season 4, and they would specifically mess with 1.6 frequencies, and that would open up and tap into and like get more from it. Okay.
Yeah, the 1.6 gigahertz.
Yeah. But I had this random idea.
Sorry, I just said like the 1.21 gigahertz.
So what about, think about this for a second, just playing devil's advocate, okay, on the Mandela effect. So think about this as a different perspective, I'd say, on the Mandela effect. So they have like different things, like the Looney Tunes, where it went TOONS to like TUNES. It's like, what if someone didn't like the spelling and changed it and was like, nobody will ever notice? And now they're like, fuck.
I think most of them are just a play on your memory.
But hold on, like the Flintstones, originally it was the Flint Stones and then the Flynn Stones. So what if it was originally the Flintstones, but nobody ever pronounced the T, and they were like, hey, let's just drop it. Now, season 4, no one says it that way anyways. And they drop it, and now there's this whole conspiracy, and they're like, man, you never even said the damn T. Or
but again, I think that's one of those things where we might have remembered it that way, but it's not necessarily the way it was.
Yeah, no, the Flintstones is a play on words.
Or what if it was a mess up or design change and they just
with fire.
Changed?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that she's wrong on that capacity.
Thinking nobody would notice, but we're way too observant and think it's a conspiracy.
Maybe that's true, but in the other sense, maybe you ever read those things where like it's written completely wrong. All the letters are there.
And I'm dyslexic. Everything looks right.
You can literally read the whole paragraph if you don't stop.
Yeah, your mind, as long as the last 2 letters or the last like 1 or 3 letters, some shit like that, as long as they're correct, your mind will put it together for you, and it will.
Would you know what's?
Yep.
You know what's
it
fucked up with
the
me?
patterns.
Dude, when I read those paragraphs, I can actually read them straight and correct and faster than I can read anything else, and I remember it.
No, isn't that weird? Isn't that weird?
You know the
Like,
one where it's like, if you could read this, you are one in so many da 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 da, and it's got like
dude, I banged
numbers
through
or
that. I was
letters
just like,
flipped and
I
mixed.
was like, oh, why can't you read this? And I like re-looked at it. I was like, oh shit,
Upside
the double
down,
letters are fucked up.
backwards,
What the-
inside out. You're just like,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your
that was
your
easy.
mind
What
just
else you got?
recognize the ending and the starting.
Yeah.
Back to your thing about the UFOs. I don't know how much of Reagan's speeches you're familiar with, but he used
If
to
there
always,
was a single outside force that would bring us all to, oh fucking I know
Right,
that speech
right.
very well.
Isn't that
I'm
kinda,
45,
like,
bro. I heard that
kinda-
fucking speech
I
on
kind of
TV.
wonder, like if, the government would really try to do something like that, to make
Dr.
us.
Dr. Greer talks about that.
Dr. Greer talks about if there is within the next couple of years, if there's any kind of it's man-made, bro.
But completely off topic just for 1 second. I just got to ask.
please.
You don't happen to have no kids or family in Nebraska, do you, bro?
Not that I know of, no.
No, you're I can't remember other buddy's name.
Gemini.
Yeah. You don't have no kids or nothing, do you?
No, I don't think so. Why?
Bro, look at this. Tell
That's
me
your
that don't look
That's
tell me
like-
that don't look like him.
That's your cousin, bro.
That's
sure.
one of my really good friends. Like this whole time I've just been sitting here like, bro, that's Jaden, like to the T. Like you guys have the same nose, like the same everything, dude. That's nuts. I just had to bring that up. My bad. It's just been bugging me this whole fucking
No, it's all
time.
good.
But that goes into
got
the thing about the doppelgangers, like
Fuck yeah,
I
doppelganger.
have a lot out there. Apparently, somebody
Yeah,
got
same.
busy. Somebody got busy with this DNA.
yeah.
Well, dude, this
evidently.
is why I always say, man, all white people look alike to me. I'm sorry. So it's not like doppelgangers. I'm just like, hey, white, you just look like everybody else, bro. I'm sorry. It's cool. I look like everybody else too. I get it. Like I'm aware. Like I don't,
Yeah. Well, a lot of us do look alike.
Yeah, man. No, it cracks, dude. And I have this conversation with like all my non-white friends where it's just like, yo, everybody white says everybody else all looks alike. And it's just like, and we all agree. No, it's only white people that only look alike. Cause I can see like an Asian that's either Korean or Filipino or, it's just like, that's the Burmese, they're Cantonese. They're just like, wait, what?
Maybe it's because
for probably about like 10 years of my life, everybody assumed I was Hispanic.
You got a little bit of that tinge to you, bro. I mean, like a little Italian Hispanic, like kind of like Vinny Paz.
I even worked for Tyson's meat packing plant here in a town called Lexington, and it's basically all Hispanics. I almost got beat up one time because this dude was speaking to me in Spanish, and I didn't understand what he was saying. Oh. And he's like, your parents didn't teach you? And I'm like, man, my parents are like German and like something else. And this dude said, literally, he said, stop trying to look Mexican then.
What?
I was like, what? But yeah, he literally was about to fight me over because I couldn't speak Spanish because my parents didn't teach me Spanish. Because
living in America, you should know Spanish.
So I'm one of the very few white guys, I guess, that don't look like all the other white people, evidently. So
you're so lucky.
I guess.
Apparently, I don't. And
you do. You totally look like, dude. He just showed somebody else. You got a doppelganger in Nebraska, bro.
I'm telling you, man. And it's crazy because you guys like sound alike. Like your movements of your dude. Like seriously, like the way you guys move your arms around in it. No, like the whole nine, but like just your mannerisms and whatnot. You guys are like so similar. It's weird. Like just the way that you guys are you chill and like, I don't know. It's weird, dog. It's just.
He's going to be so self-conscious now. Like thinking about it.
My bad, bro. No, I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying like you're like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, you remind me a lot of my buddy Jaden.
I mean, in his defense, the reason why he is so self-conscious, it's
wait. Let's just get this out of the way. Jaden's cool though, right, man?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Jaden's my fucking dog. That's my boy. That's my
boy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
You're my boy, Blue.
Yep. You're my boy, Blue.
I appreciate you. That was good.
I get that on that the self-conscious shit, man, because I'm like that too, man. Lately, I've been putting out these music videos, and there's always somebody that jumps in the comments talking shit, saying like, I need to go to bed, I need to put the dope down, I need to put ice packs and concealer and all this shit over my eyes because my eyes are really dark from all the chemos and cancer, and it just really fucked me up. So I get that on the self-conscious shit, dog. I am so fucking like, if I could right now, I'd be wearing sunglasses, but obviously I'm not gonna be wearing sunglasses.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Here's the deal, and this is something I told all of them: is when you have a hater, that's when you're doing it right.
Exactly. That's what I literally just told my homegirl this afternoon because another dude commented and said, he was like, bro needs to take a fucking nap. And I told her, I said, when they're hating, that's when you're actually getting on. Because
because we had somebody the first time we had somebody throw like a negative comment at us. I was like, yo, bro. And he's like, what? I was like, we got a hater. And he's like, fuck yes, we did it. I was like, yeah, we did.
Dude,
so I have a tattoo around my ankle, and it's a scripture, but it just says, look beneath the surface so you can judge correctly.
That's dope.
And I did that because I have a lot of medical issues, and people judge me because they're like, oh, you look fine, there's nothing wrong with you. And it's like, bro, you want to live my life? They don't know. So it reminds me to have a little compassion with myself, because people are ignorant. They've been ignorant since biblical times. They're still ignorant now. Like, people are going to judge, like, let it go. Like, nothing's going to change. So just,
And that one of the dudes that commented saying that I needed to take a nap. He said, you need to take a nap. And I just told him, I said, I just got done fighting cancer, all chemos, the whole whatever. And I was like, but I appreciate, the input. And then he commented back and he was like, damn, now I feel like an ass. He said, I need to watch my comments on YouTube. And I told him, I said, I get it. We're in the era right now where people want to be trolling. Like, the main thing now on videos, if you look on, let me rephrase that, on people that their fan base isn't like loyal fans, like diehard fans, there's comments constantly of people trying to get the funniest comment to get the most likes. So people are either talking shit or saying something stupid or funny. So, but back in the day, it'd be more like, the music's tight, like, I respect it, or this needs to be heard, like positive. There'd be every now and then somebody talking shit. But nowadays it's constantly trolling. But people really don't understand, like, that's what I told him, is you don't understand what people are going through, bro. So maybe just think before you say something, because you never know. What if that comment, what if I was a weak-minded, not necessarily weak-minded, let me rephrase that. What if I wasn't strong with comments like that, and then it started to make me feel more worse about myself, and then put me into a slump to where I could go back to where I used to be suicidal, and thinking like that. And then God forbid, I took my life because of that. People do that a lot because of online bullying. It's just, people need to watch what they say, because you never know what the fuck somebody's been through.
You came off as informative and understanding. You know what I mean? Like, you could have taken that a whole different way. And to me, it's like, even if you didn't get any reaction, or you got a negative reaction after that, it's so what? Right? Because you're already above that. So what? It's like, I was just sitting here trying to school you. If you're still going to be ignorant, then
and if you would have said something else talking shit back, I just would have just said, basically, bro, you missed the whole point, and left it at that. Back in the old days, man, I ain't gonna lie, cancer changed it a lot for me. But the old me would have been like, bro, what up? You know what I mean? Like, talking shit, like fucking, but now I'm just like, man, it ain't even worth it. It's not. Like you said, when you get a hater, you're doing something. But I used to never take it like that. I used to always take it, very.
Also, take nothing personal.
Yeah, I used to always take it personal all the time.
Agreements.
Yeah, bro. So we were talking a good read. So we've had this book that we read that's called The Four Agreements. I don't know if you've heard of this or not.
No, I'm gonna write that down though. Might have to check that out.
So Yeah, the four agreements, and we love turning people on to this. So there was a South American priest or father, or somehow or another, like he was a leader of the church, and he wanted to more or less take the South American religions and develop its own 10 commandments, as it were.
You said
Well,
fourth agreement? Sorry.
The four agreements. So yeah, the four.
I'll put it on the screen for you.
There you go. Which, yeah, because that was one of his things. Is so he sets out to study all of these South American religions, and we're talking like shaman, Christian, everything. Well, in his research, as he goes through stuff, all of a sudden it comes to the point of like he can't make 10 commandments. What he can make is 4 agreements. And the 4 agreements are like, dude, they're very simple in their expression, but they are fucking difficult in what you actually have to do to accomplish it. And the agreement number 1 is to be impeccable with your word, which sounds easy. Yeah, dude. So be impeccable with your word sounds like, all right, I just have to tell the truth. Well, here's the deal, man. For you to be impeccable or succinct in your expressions means you got to be as fucking cutthroat honest with yourself than anything in any of itself. Like, so you really just have to like crush it being honest with who you are, what you feel, what you think. And that's the first fucking step. But then, yeah, after that, it's you can't take anything personally. So it's like whether somebody tells you to go fuck yourself or you look really nice today, you can't take it personal. The person that told you to go fuck yourself, well, they just got cut off by somebody else in traffic and they're 10 minutes late for work and they're just really pissed off and they're projecting it on you. You can't take that personal. But it's the same thing. It's like somebody's like, oh my God, you look so amazing today. Dude, that has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the fact that that person is probably like, oh, you know what? I feel like it's a really good thing to just give people compliments and make them feel good about themselves. So I'm going to tell them these things. You can't take that shit personal either. And then the take no or make no assumption. Yeah, don't make assumptions. We as humans, because we have, consciousness, we're aware of things. When you think of something, you instantly, and not all of us, because some of us have gotten past it or were never taught this, but the majority of us, our habits are as soon as something happens, whether it's somebody says something or does something, we instantly go inside of our own heads and start to create these alternate scenarios of like, I said this, or I did this, or I'm going to do that, or and then they're going to say this. And all of those are assumptions, so you can't assume anything. You got to take stuff for its impeccableness. And this is why I love the 4th agreement, the final one. Always do your best. It literally means I don't care if you have 7% or 100% today. Give me 100% of what you have. If you can come at the end of every day and say, you know what? I gave 100% of what I had today. I did my best. And fuck it. All 3 of those get tossed out of the window, man, because you're just doing your best. And that's really all you need to do,
I'm literally about to put that as a big ass poster on my wall.
Yeah, they are. So there's 2 different versions. You can get the full length book, which is a really quick read, which even for me as a really horrible slow reader, dude, it was a really quick read. And there's also a truncated version where it's only like 32 pages or something like that. And it kind of, because the original book gives you a lot of like anecdotal evidence where it's like, hey, here's a scenario of don't take it personally. And that was kind of the, I timed, touched on that for a sec. That's your bitch, you bitch. I touched on that for a second where it was like, if somebody cuts you off in traffic and then like all of a sudden they're flipping you off and it's like, the fuck did I do? Dude, you can't take that shit personal. Again, somebody just probably cut them off and flipped them the fuck off. Like, dude, sure as shit. I'll tell you what, fucking today, this literally happened. I'm just cruising along, doing my normal drive. I'm doing like 3 to 5 over the speed limit, going around alternate traffic that's in the slow lane. And this dude just comes up on my ass out of nowhere, cuts across, and then cuts right back in front of me. Like literally just dips out of nowhere and cuts in front of me, and then gets stuck at me at the next light. And he starts swearing in his mirror, and I could see him mouthing the words, "You're a fucking asshole." And I'm like, I looked at me, and I was just like, "Are you talking to me? Are you talking to the radio? Are you talking to me?" Like, and I'm like looking at him, questioning. He's just like, and I'm just like, all right, bro, that's okay. Well, apparently you're just, you're probably late for work, having a bad day. Hey man, that's be safe, bro. Appreciate you. And it's like, Just can't take that shit.
Don't even put it out there.
Yeah, man, you can't take that shit personal. You just gotta fucking let it slide, man. It's like fuck it.
I think it's funny too to see what happens when you do something completely unexpected.
Like, oh, that's all I do, bro.
It catches people unaware. Like, you want to say, well, it's for the good, but like sometimes just something completely unexpected, but you know, overall for the good. And like, just sometimes you can make somebody laugh when they're having a shitty day.
I mean, you get
I
me
feel
to
like
laugh.
when you do that, I feel like it transfers the energy, like how you were saying, you know, like somebody probably cut him off. So he got pissed, but the average person would have got mad when he did it to you, and then you would have done it to somebody, you know. But if somebody compliments you, you know, like how you were saying, don't take it personal, but take that energy and transfer it to the next person. You know, you see somebody else, compliment them, you know, or try to smile at somebody that looks like they're having a bad day, because literally that can make somebody completely change. You know, if they look pissed off and, you know, all that, you just give them a nice smile, you know, hope you're doing good. That can literally make them whole energy change, you know.
We were walking into a very stressful situation one day, and someone, like, my husband was about to have brain surgery, and we're walking into the hospital, just kind of like, just doing our thing. It's like 4 a.m. Like, you're just, sorry, let's do this. And we're just quiet, just walking. Some guy's just walking past us, and he's like, hey, you dropped something. And the both of us, like, we both have backpacks on and stuff, like, because we're getting ready for like a week-long stint there. And it's like we both stop and we turn around and we're like looking, like, we're like, what? And the guy's like, your smile. And we both looked at each other and we're like, wait, what?
Got me.
And then we're like, okay, like, we not expected, but yeah,
that's
same idea.
Yeah, that's a good
I like that. I'm going to use that.
I was literally just going to say that. I'm about to start using that one.
But it broke the tension of like a serious moment.
Did it break the tension, and then were you less stressed afterwards? Like, not always. Of course, it's not going to like take it away. But
yeah, I mean, it loosened it up and kind of like got you out of your head a bit.
Yeah. So, you know, see, that transferred
that moment. You know, let all the pressure out for a second. And it's good to laugh. I mean, we talked about that before, how laughter it's medicine.
Yeah, it is the best medicine.
I mean, even Matthias DeStefano talks about that. The 3 things that you can do to make your life better is to breathe appropriately, to laugh as much as possible, and to eat foods that have been kissed by the sun. He's like, dude, if you do those 3 things, you'll be fucking crushing it. Go get it. Like, it is that easy, man.
It seems pretty simple, huh?
Well, but so this is, you know, going back to like how we were talking about if
no McDonald's, no Coca-Cola.
Fuck all that shit. I mean, unless it's Mexican.
Can I ask a random question, because I know you'll know the answer, Phil? It has to do with the sun and the fruit and the nutrients. Okay, really quick. So heat lamp lights, if you are growing like your own self-sustaining like garden and everything with inside your house, and you have like the heat lamps it's like a synthetic sun. So is there any difference?
So heat lamps are heat lamps. Then there's UV lamps as well.
Okay, well, UV lamps.
So UV lamps only pump out UV, which for us as humans, or for like certain lizards or whatever else, the vitamin D that they're getting from the interaction with the sun, because their body produces it, is a healthy thing for them. For plants, you need way more than that. It's nutrient standpoint, but yeah, I mean the vitamin D.
But I mean, to the nutrient or the plant itself, would it be like, no, it's just fake sun, or would it just be like, hey, I'm getting the sun?
It's a color spectrum thing.
Well, yeah. So if you're doing a UV, you're literally negating the majority of frequencies that that light from the sun is, that actually helps the plant do its job.
But as far as that comment with Matthias DeStefanos, where you need to eat nutrients that come like that sit in the sun.
Yeah, kissed by the sun.
You do something that uses UV lights, like, it's not the same.
Well, correct, because you're missing the rest of those spectrums. So now they have like, LEDs and what do they call them? High intensity discharge, which is like metal halide or high pressure sodium or mercury vapor. Those bulbs have a wider spectrum to them like the sun does. So now you're getting all of those different aspects to it. So yeah, just UV, you're talking about UVA, B, or C, which ultraviolet, we can't see ultraviolet. You literally can't see it.
Okay.
You're talking about getting it's the full spectrum. And like anything else, I would say the best way to get it is to get it all natural.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, I'm just wondering if like an indoor garden is different nutrient wise versus an outdoor garden, because one gets direct sunlight and the other one gets like a fake sunlight.
So it would get it right, is what you're saying, Phil, but just not as much.
Well, so I mean, now if you get into, because I mean, LED technology is like ridiculous now. They're finding different diodes that they can get to basically put into groups where the plant's going to get what it would need, and they're kind of negating all of the other spectrums of light that don't really show any kind of proper effect on whether or not plants grow healthily. So the LEDs have been, they've been able to basically get it to a place where they can really focus on just these set spectrums so that the plant is healthy.
They're kind of like junk DNA, though. It's like,
I mean,
is it to say that that's not healthy? It's just because we can't notice a difference.
Well, there's no measurable difference of healthiness in the plant's ability to produce, or just be like stasis to exist in a sense. But yeah, this is where I agree with you.
The best way to get it is always from the source.
You got to be in the
always
mic, man.
From the source, closest to the source. And like the sun is a source of energy and life for this entire planet and our whole solar system. So
yeah. Well, so I mean, all right. So to answer your question, anytime I would run my indoor gardens, like in the wintertime and stuff, especially with different fruit and blossoming plants. So we're talking like tomatoes and peppers and all that kind of good stuff. I would actually run multiple spectrums. So I would run like LEDs with high intensity discharge with UV bulbs, so that I'm trying to basically have as many of those spectrums as I can. So I'm actually producing something close to sunlight, not in its intensity, but in its actual output. You can basically put the lights super fucking close to these plants and you can get explosive growth. All right. So we measured a increase in output. Doesn't mean it was actually healthy output.
Well, I mean, you can make the same recipe with the same exact ingredients, but have it turn out 12,000 different ways.
This is true.
So that's the weird thing. And just because the same ingredients are present doesn't mean it's the same thing. However,
I was curious if it was hollow nutrients versus whole nutrients, because it was a synthetic sun versus a real sun.
I mean, I would find that
it would be stuff that's undetectable, stuff that's on the energetic range, I think. Because I think there is something different about getting value from the light of the sun, actually growing from the light of the sun versus an alternate source of light, which still seems to produce the same visually and maybe even nutrient wise, but there may be something.
Well, so that goes back to the
little touch of love.
Well, yeah, well, dude, that's no shit. But yeah, I mean, that goes back to the point that I was making, where so they're using these new LEDs and they're getting explosive growth out of these plants and stuff. And it's like, dude, the sun puts out some serious fucking energy. And these LEDs are not touching on that same level, but the fact that you can put them so close, the perceived absorption is that of what could be sun or stronger. And it's like that. And so, I mean, that doesn't, that's why I'm like, that doesn't say healthy to me, just because it's like, oh, we got twice the yield in half the time.
Yeah.
Did you test the difference of like nutrient value of one to the other, or, so.
Yeah. What was the end result?
Yeah, man. Yeah, when somebody goes, oh, well, the fact is, I don't give a fuck what the fact is. The fact is just provable on a consistent basis. Doesn't mean it's true. Doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's the correct thing. Doesn't mean it's healthy. Yeah, but dude, hey, you know what I'll say, fam, dude, if you want to like actually talk like nutrition, health, the different aspects of like light and sun, dude, fuck it, why not, man? We can get into that one sometime, right?
Yeah, if you specialize in something, come on,
Oh,
some stuff.
what? Do we talk to anybody and everybody about anything?
I mean,
what? No, we don't do that here.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of trying to get away from the guest spotlights all the time, but if it's somebody reaching out to us, and heck yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Get that together. People with like minds, we got to unite in some kind of way.
Well, dude,
even if it's just over a beer, hanging out.
Hell yeah. Cause I mean, so here, a little backstory on us is, we've been doing this for 3 years. The first 2 was pretty much just us. And then we kept trying to like get guests and fucking nobody would come on. And then all of a sudden we just exploded to this point that we had guests week after week after week for fucking months on end. And we kind of got burned from it. And it's just like, bro, we can't do this anymore. And it was us looking to get them on. So we're doing research on them, double checking, are these our type of people? Like, would this be good? And so now for like the past almost 2 months, we've been like, fuck that. We're not going out looking for guests. We've been having the appropriate individuals that do resonate with us have been finding us, whether it's through, somebody giving a recommendation or people just like, yo,
it should be more of an organic thing.
It has been, which, that's where we get conversations like this. I mean, when we had the 308 on, we started talking pyramids. It was just like from the get-go, we banged into that shit.
Because we're on the same frequency, man.
Yeah. Like we barely even talked about them as rappers, and it was just like, fuck it. And there was just like tidbits here and there of that. But dude, it was all like, yeah, man, we fucks with good energy. That's what we do.
Right. Yep. It's all about energy, bro.
I mean, isn't that where we kind of started the conversation? I feel like that's what we do here.
It is. That is kind of there's always full circle.
Dude, this is what we literally find a way to go full circle and we don't even know how it happens. We just get to the zone. We're like, wait, do we just do it again? Damn it.
I'm sorry. I just blacked out.
Son of a, yeah, right. Dude, I just blacked out. I didn't fucking Will Ferrell in Old School, which I'm telling you, man, that explains
evidence.
But dude, that explains the butterfly effect, because you're talking about so if you remember from the movie correctly, when Ashton Kutcher would recall his memories in the original timeline, when that stuff happened, he kind of just went like numb. He became an NPC. It was a blank spot, but he still had a memory of it. And then when he comes back into it, all of a sudden he interjects himself future tense into that timeline sense, where it's just like he takes over. So that's why when you see like Will Ferrell and he's just like, due to empirical evidence, he just like tears a hole into the fucking Raging Cajun and he's debating him on Old School. And then he's just like, oh my God, what happened? I blacked out. I don't even like, he literally became an NPC and his future self popped into him and made him say that shit. He's like, dude, I remember when I was fucking 37 and we started a frat and I couldn't fucking do it. I'm a fucking, and he changed that one thing. And now all of a sudden, that's the moment where the frat made it. He became the fucking, frat master, and he starts banging, was it Owen Wilson or Luke Wilson's fucking ex-wife at that point? Because you see him at the end of the movie in the grocery store, and he's just like, oh, hey, we're going to have a party later if you want to like stop by. And he's just like, I'm fucking back. Like, he's like, yeah. And I'm guarantee you, man, if there was an Old School 2, he was fucking gang banging the shit out of his ex-wife. Well, his friend's ex-wife. Just saying. I don't know.
That'd be so dope if they made it fucking Old School too. That shit was fucking comical.
Hey, wait, that did have kind of a Scotty doesn't know kind of issue going on, didn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, then Love Is Also Blind, where like 2 naked people come out of the bathroom getting ready to gangbang your girlfriend. You're just like, what the bro? I think I'm just gonna take over now. I think what he meant to say is love is a blessed thing, and we're really fortunate to have this. If we could ever find another life, so I'm not much of a talker. I'm sorry. It's to you guys. Yeah, fucking Vince Vaughn, man, saves the day every time. Yeah, love that fucking guy.
Earmuffs.
Yeah. But yeah, we can go on forever, but unfortunately,
we really shouldn't. Yeah.
No, we do. I mean, we should, but we can't.
Do this again, but we can't do exactly. Yeah. Well, no, we can do something similar.
Yeah, you don't have to go home, but you can't. Stay. Well, I mean, if you could push the button, you could stay here.
I mean, you could run it back.
You could. I mean, we can't. We're not. I mean, we have to. So we're gonna go now.
You could Groundhog Day yourself, but we won't be here.
I feel like that's actually the thing. Like every day is the same day. It's just a different picture. It's up to you to make different choices.
The particular video 365 times over the next year.
Is that like you? Please, we're not asking you, but please, if you could,
no one's going to stop you.
We're going to encourage it, is what I heard.
I would
You
encourage
don't
that.
have to if you don't want to, but go ahead.
It comes
I mean,
recommended.
So what you're saying is there's a chance.
Well, I mean, it's full of vitamin B.
It's fucking beer vitamins. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, bro, Young Slugger, my man. I mean, this has been an absolute fucking privilege and an honor. I mean, the green room was dope. The pre-conversations outside of all that. Yes, sorry, people, you didn't get to see that. Oh. But yeah, this has been fucking dope as always. Because I mean, this is what we do, man. Yeah, and you are more than welcome to come back. So if you ever feel saucy, by all means,
Reach out.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
hit us
for
up.
sure, man.
Yeah, especially if you got some new shit coming out. I mean, yeah, why not? Go ahead, another shameless plug if you got it, bro. Do you got anything new that's popping? Because I mean, I've been seeing some new shit coming out. Like,
Yeah, I just put out on August 1st, I put out an album called CG. It's got features on every song, but it's more kind of old school features like Chic Luch from the Locks, Smig Dirty, Hollow Tip. It's got a couple features on there from, I don't know if you know who the Jackal was from Cali. He was recently murdered, but it's got a couple of unreleased features on there from him. There was supposed to be one from DMX, but it didn't get cleared. So it didn't make the album, but it actually did get released, but it ain't. It's on my YouTube. You can find it on there too. But I got a couple other singles that have been coming out. I got a project coming out with a collaborator that I've worked with in the past, but I can't really say the name yet, but that's going to be really big. That'll be about January that happens. But
nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Which, yeah, fam, if you have not heard of this cat, by all means, slip on over to his YouTube. We'll throw like in the description or some shit, or, we'll fucking hook him up. But yeah, dude, check this dude out. His story is phenomenal. I mean, going from being told twice, not once, but twice, that you're not going to fucking live past a year. And yet here you are and still fucking banging it, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, plus, I mean, dude, your flow's dope, your temperament, I mean, your energy, what you're trying to put out there. So, I mean, not even like your style as, a lyricist, but just you as a person, man. We could use some more cats like you getting, being known and putting that shit out there. So we're happy to do that, man. Like anything we can do to promote being fucking dope, we're going to do that shit.
Brother. I appreciate that. Yeah. And I'll definitely be more than happy to come back on sometime, bro.
Hell yeah. Which, I mean, at some point, I'm pretty sure our editors hooked us up and the credits are probably rolling right now, which means, you're probably in there somewhere as well. Cause we'll just, I don't know if it's here or so much like here.
Somewhere down there.
Like, right. Bees! Oh, I love me some Chris Farley fucking quotes. That's some good shit. But yeah, dude, this has been dope as shit.
So much here or here.
That's what I do. Here. No, nothing at all. I don't.
Shit, what happened to your face?
Oh god, yeah. Fucking David Spade asked for all that shit every single time. I'm just saying, man. Yo,
family, dude, right here.
That's a pretty
driving
girl.
Far along on the hill and just boom. Starts it on fire.
You get a good look at a butcher's ass by putting my head into a cow. Wait, no, that's not right. Let's hold on. I gotta. So the butcher's with the cat and son of a bitch. I mean, I could shit in a box and put a guarantee on it, but then all it is a guaranteed box of shit. He's like, actually, that one worked. That makes sense. That's a good one. Literally pulled that one out of his ass. I love that. That was good. I'm a peacock, Captain. I gotta fly. Oh god. Yeah, he's got a fucking the other guys right there. I did my desk pop, Cap. Are you proud of me? It's not a thing. What the fuck?
TLC like 4 fucking times in that movie.
Hey, just killing me. Whatever you do, just don't go chasing water. But you're killing me, Cap. Swear. You don't. Hey, just don't go chasing waterfalls. God damn it.
He says we got a serial rapist on Criminal Heights. No, wait, sorry. That's not for you guys. But if you live in that area, be careful. Maybe walking bears.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, no, I feel like bath mats are in.
Dude, fucking Michael Keaton, man. Oh, dude, he's
Dude,
good.
he is
Dude, he
fucking
was a
comical.
dope Batman too. He was probably one of my more favorite Batmans for real.
Mine too. Yeah, mine
And
too.
Beetlejuice.
Sure.
And Beetlejuice. Oh fuck yeah, Beetlejuice. Oh my god. And he cloned himself like 9 times.
Yes.
That was a good movie too.
That's
Plus he's
right.
Mr. Mom. Come on, man.
Mr.
220, 221, whatever it takes. Fuck yeah.
Right.
Fuck yeah. But we gotta
Wrap it up, B.
wrap it up, B. Wrap it up, B. He can put the fucking clock in. Fucking see, he gets the dude. I'm telling you, the fucking half-baked references, man. This guy gets me.
Wrap it up.